Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands, and welcome to an SB Reacts, where today we have ourselves a track from an act named Vince B titled Temptation. If we switch over to here, we have ourselves the track on Spotify here. The album The Fall Before the Flood, we'll get that art up big on the screen for you there. We're going to check out and listen through this track from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go, Temptation. What do we got?
You know you want me. Just thrill, and I'll give you everything.
Interesting mixture of
God ain't big enough.
I never thought that heaven could feel like this. Feel like an illusion when I taste her lips. Temptation dripping, feeding for her smile. She said, baby, don't wait, just stop. Six. If you're looking for a quick fix, one touch get you lifted. Can't lose, can't miss when you dial. Six. I fulfill
great development of vocal harmonies there.
One hit make you believe. Just put all your trust in me. She move like a dream, whisper like smoke. Tastes so sweet, but it's burning my throat. She said, ain't no need for second thoughts, yeah. You've been searching for heaven, it's already born, yeah. Red dress dragging like the gates of fire. She said, why wait, let's go higher. Pour me just a little sip. Had my head up on a trip. I know it's not right, yeah, that's true. Got me hooked on a forbidden fruit. I hear angels calling me back. She pulled me in and it fades to black. I never thought that heaven could feel like this. Feel like an illusion when I taste her lips. Temptation dripping, feeding for her smile. She said, baby, don't wait, just stop. Six. If you're looking for a quick fix, one touch get you lifted. Can't lose, can't miss when you dial. Six. I fulfill all your fantasies. One hit make you believe. Just put all your trust in me.
I mean, the vocal harmonies are heavenly. I appreciate the diversity within the actual vocal performance there across the board, from the rapping to the overdubs to the sides. And the modulation here as well is interesting.
Did it feel good? Just like
I'm feeling weightless off a rush as I release from a clutch. Lucy whisper, follow the light. Wings stretched wide, I was made for heights. Skyline golden at my feet, but something's got a hold on me. Clouds turn to ashes, my wings not there. Fingers stressed out, but I'm grasping for air. Thought I was flying, but the flow rushing quick. My skin feel on fire, they starting to twitch. Laughter or rust, my soul in the grip. She got what she wanted, too late to repeat. I never thought that heaven could feel like this. Feel like an illusion when I taste her lips. Temptation dripping, feeding for her smile. She said, baby, don't wait, just stop. Six. If you're looking for a quick fix, one touch get you lifted. Can't lose, can't miss when you dial. Six. I fulfill all your fantasies. One hit make you believe. Just put all your trust in me.
you called for him, and now he's here.
I think that's a fascinating track. We're going to talk about it more, though, in the conclusion. Because welcome to the conclusion of my review of this track from an act named Vince B, titled Temptation, off of the Fall Before the Flood album. Now, what do I think this track is about? I think it is about someone knowing that if they call that 666 number, that 666, they're going to get their craves met, the temptation, her smile, and I suppose the physicality, the attraction to sexuality, all that kind of stuff, the temptation, the seduction, etc. All that's kind of flowing into mind here, and there's that danger. But the problem is, the moment that you make that call, that you reach out for that, you've basically let the devil into your home, so to speak. And I think that that's a really interesting thing to write a song about. I think The Fall Before the Flood in general has a lot of this kind of like a religious sort of like explorations here, the ideology behind that. From what I understand, this is a very deeply kind of like personal album for Vince B, in a sense that, as I understand, it kind of reflects like some of their own sort of experiences in their life. And so I think that that's good to have that sense of authenticity within it, to not only have the story itself be interesting, but also to have like that connection there. And so I think that if we look at one of the things I appreciate about this track, it is the actual overall vocal performance itself across the range of different inclusions. We have some really compelling, easy to listen to vocal melodies there with a great sense of vocal technique in regards to the head and chest voice there. We navigate effortlessly throughout the beat behind it, and the backing vocals and chorus parts on the sides there are phenomenal as well, in the sense they have this kind of like lush tone to them, and they complement it really well in a different octave range. And that's great. But then of course we have the rapped verses like in that midsection there, which I appreciate in such a short track, because you have shown that we kind of know that even if we can sing really well and if we can harmonize really neatly and adjust the dynamics there, we still need more. We're not wanting to let there be any loose ends. And so it's not just the fact that we sort of like nail the vocal performance, it's also that we have ourselves a track that is structured in a way which is really effective, in the sense that it's right between a 2 to 4 minute sweet spot. It's not too short that you're missing context, but it's not too long that you're kind of overdoing the main theme there, kind of like playing it out. We have enough of it. There's a lot of variety instrumentally as well within the backing motif in various parts of the track there. When we start with the organ there at the beginning with some kind of light flutters there, and we have the modulated vocals coming in on that, which is another interesting light layer on the mic. And there's a great sort of low end resonance, which sort of implies maybe an 808 down there. We have the trappish kind of hip hop kind of drums coming in with the sharper kind of like snares or claps there, the kicks and the cymbals to articulate things further and provide a sense of groove. But like a lot of the color behind it, aside from the pads and the bass and the keys and the drums or the organs, is the fact that you have those vocal harmonies providing a nice mid to high range resonance there that fills out the frequency spectrum really neatly. And I like the fact that we have an additional sort of like lead at the end of the track, structurally as well as just instrumentally there, that provides a nice little bit of further development there, a little bit more to pique the interest before we fade out. And then we have the track ending with the perfect talking about like how they're there, etc. Like you've called them, now they're there. So you kind of not only have a track that isolated within itself makes sense, but it also infers there's more beyond that, which makes sense within the album. And so with really slick transfers, effectively, we just come to the studio production where I feel like that is handled really well. We have a great clarity to the different vocal takes. Like, I'm not sure how they recorded the singer Vince B, but that's a great microphone. The actual signal chain they have on that makes them stand out in the mix, as well as on the sides, not just in the center. But it's also how things kind of roll in again with the keys, the organs, etc., the synth parts, the bass at the start, how it kind of fills up things, and it just creates a sense of life there. We have such a tightness as well, the compression on the drum kit parts when they come in a bit later on into that verse. And the transfer is in a sense of dynamic range without things being too crushed. The color and the lack of over-processing whilst also allowing us to have glowing and limiting there. It's really well done. It's nice and loud, but they're not squeezing it too much. And there's this almost kind of like vintage lo-fi hip-hop kind of feel to the kind of the keys and some of those quieter sections there where things come down without the drum kits perking them along. That adds a sort of almost a weird sort of nostalgia for some reason there, but it's very warm sounding and ultimately just a pleasure to listen to. So I think they were ticking all the boxes at this point. It's not a total song analysis, but a few things I appreciate. I don't think there's anything we really would have needed to adjust for this. I'm sure within the context of the album it works if this first impression does, and I'm glad that I had the chance to listen to it. So thank you very much for watching my review, my listen through of this track from an act named Vince B, titled Temptation, off of the Fall Before the Flood album, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please go show them some love via their various social medias and Spotify page, and stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I will catch you in the next SP Reacts. Spiderhands out.